Today's video is brought to you by Grey Viking Games. Click the link in the description below to buy MTG Arena codes for cosmetics, packs, and more.
Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun diving into Clarion aggro. So I did play this deck a little bit when we were diving into the Strixhaven orientation, but that ended up getting cut short. I only got like a game and a half in before I had to stop and do other stuff. And so I wanted to give this deck a full, video here for it because it was actually doing really well. It was really fun to play, and so we'll do a quick breakdown on this one. So Clarion Spirit, of course, is a card that was already in here, or we played just the other day as well with the Esper Spirits. I actually was building this deck and I was like, man, Clarion Spirit's just so good. I wonder how many spirits there are, and I ended up building that deck instead. So I actually built this one first. Now we're going to play it here. The basic idea of this one is I wanted to play a BOROS pump deck. I wanted to be able to kind of, with Clarion Spirit, just have a bunch of pump spell type effects that we're going to go in with and build in, and it ends up just playing artifacts and some equipment is the best way to go with Halvar to actually give double strike to other stuff. Yeah, I could throw in Ember Cleave as well here. I'm trying to make it feel a little bit different. I didn't want it to just be a straight up normal every single deck you've ever seen. So I wanted to build it based around Halvar a little bit more, with a bunch of just aggro in the early game, Bonecrusher Giant and Showdown of the Scalds really to kind of finish the game out. So yeah, these two cards are the most important, Halvar and Showdown of the Scalds, to keep the game running, but we have a really good just aggro engine with all of these cards here at the top, at the bottom end, whatever, at the cheap end of the spectrum. That's what we're going to do. So anyway, let's go and jump into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. Up against Xuxor, and we do have the ability to cast things. We have the ability to cast Clarion Spirit first. That is our only white source though, so this can get a little bit awkward. We're gonna go ahead and try this one out and hope that we find another white source. Having 3 lands is actually pretty nice for this deck right now, so we'll try it out. So yeah, Kabir takedown, tapped. We do want to get Clarion Spirit out first. A lot of times we have so many 1-drops, so if we have a 1-drop, we're going to play it, of course. But right now this will end up working phenomenally. Blade Charger. All right, go a Clarion Spirit. Definitely still want another white source. Yep, there's Bone Crushy dude. That's no good. Another Infuriate could be good. Usher the Fallen's going to have a hard time actually getting through any of the stuff out there. Smashing needs to come out tapped. I think I just throw out Fairy Guide Mother. And then I can start putting like Halvar onto it, hopefully. And then it's just a good blocker that keeps coming back to hand. Is that better than just Usher the Fallen? I guess Usher the Fallen does more stuff because we can at least boast with it and get something else out of it. Pass the turn. Infuriate also gives 2 toughness, so I might be able to block pretty effectively here. That does enough that Infuriate doesn't save it. So, dead. Bummer. Robber of the Rich. Yep. Yeah, we just had a really too slow of a start for what we're playing up against. Oh man, that would have been nice to have on that turn. Although we need the white source anyway. Ooh, a tapped version. Yes. Perfect. All right, we can actually play out Halvar on the next turn now. So I think what we do is we do play out Fairy Guide Mother and we try to just kill something here to get us back in the game. Playing out the Halvar itself means that we're really hoping for an equipment. Halvar equipment itself is pretty nice though, because we can, with 5 mana, replay this, put it back onto it, and have an annoying blocker every single turn. As long as they don't have removal in response. Yeah, we are going to block and we are going to Infuriate. Rock Knight. Cool. Alright, down to 11. That's my turn. Raptor. Interesting options. You know what? Let's go ahead and get out the sword. This is one of the things we're trying to do with this, is just get out the sword. It is so annoying again for other decks to deal with. It does have vigilance as well, so we'll swing in, get down to 17. Now we have a sweet blocker. Battlefield Raptor would be better with this, but now that we have the sword out on the battlefield, I can play that out, put it on real quick, have Infuriate if I need to. Yeah, I think this will all work out. Oh man, I need to be doing posture checks. My back has been feeling it lately. Just saying. Down to 8. We wanted another white source. More land isn't the absolute worst, but this does require white mana to equip, which makes this annoying. We'll go Raptor though. Hope they don't have removal. And if they do, hopefully Infuriate will keep them away from it. I mean, getting up to 4 toughness should be enough. We'll see. Faceless Haven. Cool. We're just trying to be as annoying as possible, and I think I can do that. Yes, I love when they don't read first strike. It's the best. So they can Rimrock Knight, put some power onto it, which this just comes back, so they can deal damage to the Raptor. Let's see if they do actually target that. Targets our face, okay. Yeah, they're trying to get in for damage. All right, past my turn. More white mana. So I can activate Castle Ardenvale. Well, we aren't doing anything better, so swing in for 5. Bring them down to 12. Play out Fairy Guide Mother, have Infuriate. And we're just hoping they don't have Embercleave. We can chump with Fairy Guide Mother. Faceless Haven is the real big issue now, and so we'll try to kill Faceless Haven basically at all costs, I believe. I mean, I think so. Not activating the Faceless Haven. Got the Showdown of the Scalds. Right. Forgot about that. Alright, block and... Let's go block and block. So they do have the Embercleave. Which means they have first strike and the double strike damage. So I can put this up just for defense. So right now, we're taking 5 and we're dead. So we do need to pump there. All right, so not dead. Not in great shape, but we're not dead. All right, well, first things first, attack in. Down to 9. Play out Battlefield Raptor. Equip this onto here. Is that what it's saying? Yeah. Pass the turn. Think they got us. If they activate Faceless Haven, they got us. No, that's not true. We get to block right away. Actually, no. This is actually okay. So they get in for 1 point of damage before it dies. We have to chump here. So 1 point of damage before it dies, because we have the first strike damage. Faceless Haven kills. Ooh, and a Halvar. Oh, I can't play everything at once. Wait. What does it say? At the beginning of each combat, you may attach an aura that's already attached to a creature I control. They throw Embercleave onto this. It has 4. So I think what we have to do is we have to throw Halvar out. Then it says creatures you control have double strike. So Halvar. Oh, but then we die. We die to Faceless Haven. Wait, do they have enough to have Faceless Haven go and Embercleave? I don't know if they have enough mana for that. I think they have to hit a land here to have 3 mana to put it there and then 3 mana to use Faceless Haven. So they just have to put Faceless Haven out and attack. Let's see if they think that through. Well, they have all the mana, so it doesn't really matter. Come on, tap down poorly with the Embercleave. I mean, that's game. I'm not going to give it to them, though, right away. They do definitely have game here. Yeah, as soon as they bring that out, we're dead. All right. Bummer, man. We ended up needing all of the mana in the world to be able to play against this. We actually got to a place where we're pretty close, though. I mean, this is interesting. Attacking with only the Faceless Haven. Wait, you serious? I guess they still have the damage because of trample. Yeah, they still have it. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Cool. Good game. All right, up against Marcos, and we'll keep this. Lead off with Castle Embereth, go 2/1 drops, or Stompy Boy on the first turn. We'll see. We're definitely gonna go Stompy Boy. We don't like foxes. They're the worst. And Maul the Skyclaves onto Bone Crusher Giant is actually pretty sweet stuff. Everything of our board will then have first strike. So yeah, we're just gonna do that. Hitting lots and lots of lands. You don't want any more. So we have 18 actual lands, and then we have a couple of the DFCs. Ooh, we need trample. Showdown of the Scalds is interesting. This can attack in this turn. I think that's better to go for. And we can go Maul. I think we just spread the damage at the moment. Swing in. Down to 17. Next turn we get to play Showdown of the Scald and the Raptor, or maybe something else. That doesn't let us put a bunch of counters onto everything, but I think with what we're going up against, we need to go wide more so than anything else. We also need to find an answer for Ironcrag Pyromancer if they end up running into that, because that's bad stuff. Never mind. We'll get out Clarion Spirit here. Clarion Spirit. Let's get our token generation going. Jump, jump. So they can create 2 every turn, but our board is getting pretty wide now. It's getting thick. All right. Zenith's whatever isn't that scary at the moment. Showdown on the Scalds. See what else we got. Yeah, tapped land. Could bolt this out and kill something with Bone Crusher Giant just to get more damage in. But let's just go Raptor, create a token. We have all these to play on the next turn. Anything that they do create, we have a chance to take care of. Clarion Spirit, I think, is the only thing we don't want to have attack in here, right? Although we get in for so much damage. They also have Ominous Seas. It could end up hitting us pretty hard. If these all have cycle, they get to play Ominous Seas on this turn. Which, if they do get it out, we can compare a takedown on the next turn. So swing with the Flyers. Alright, Zenith Flare. Down to 18. I mean, if we're getting rid of those, as long as they're not throwing those at our face, we're in okay shape. Not a great shape, but we're in okay shape. I do like Ominous Seas in this. It's pretty spicy stuff. All right, Kabiri Takedown I think is better to hold off on. So let's play out Mountain. Let's play Stompy Boy. Counter onto, let's go Clarion Spirit. Yeah, so we want to go X1. Yeah. Let's see, we don't get to actually play Kabir Takedown if we use this, though. Which means I should probably instead use Kabir Takedown and then play Bone Crusher Giant to get a little bit more damage. Yeah, okay. So Takedown, counter, get a token, put onto the first strike flyers, right? Bone Crushy dude. All right, I mean, that's a pretty decent turn. It's not the worst. Now, even if they get a token, which they do, an 8/8, we have a lot of power in the air. We get to show down the Scalds on the next turn as well, but give something else flying, swing in. That is a lot of improbable alliances. That's rather improbable that they found that many, don't you think? I guess when you're cycling through everything, it's fair. And by fair, I mean not at all. All right, Clarion Spirit. Counter onto a token. Maul onto here. Maybe I should just use Castle on Breath. I think that actually would have been better. So 3 blockers. They go block here, block here, block here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. They can only kill one of these guys, so we win. Okay, that should be game. We'll see. They also have the ability to cycle twice and have more blockers, right? So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so not as good. But still fine, still fine. All right, so taking 1. Dude, so many improbable alliances. Yep, that's cool. I mean, we're dealing with them. Doesn't mean a whole lot. At some point, they've got to be whiffing on stuff, you know, like getting multiple lands or whatever, right? I mean, the odds are against them at this point. Castle Ardenvel. I guess our hope is just that they don't have 2 cycling cards here. They probably have 1 and they can run into another one, which would be bad. But if we force them to do it, I don't necessarily want to lose my Clarion Spirits either, though, because although we have to hit Showdown of the Scalds, Fairy Guide Mother, or Bone Crusher Giant to actually have a chance to hit both things. I have Castle Embreth online, maybe Castle Ardenvel if it's better. We're losing one of these guys. Let's just make them, force them to deal with the stuff in the air. Oh man, we're either like pretty blown out here or we win. Let's try for it. They also could have Zenith Flare. Zenith Flare would be real bad. So much life gain from it. Dude, cycling is so busted. It's so good. Yep. Alright, well, poop stain. At least it's not a Zenith Flare. I mean, at least there's still time, but you know. Double blocks there. They take 1. Take 2. Oh, they're not blocking the Bone Crusher Giant. Oh. Do they forget about it, or do they have the Zenith Flare? Damage? Do they have Zenith Flare? Of course they do. So now we're making Castle Ardenvale tokens. Yeah, we just got. I mean, we knew it was a possibility. They just we were hoping that someone didn't have all of the cards in the world at one point. Okay, pass the turn. We're just going to activate the Castle Ardenvale, then equip Maul on the next turn. Just to give this first strike. They have the ability to make another token. Dude, I hate cycling so much. It's so good. Jaws and card and discards. They still have 1 mana up now to cycle something. Yeah. Dude, we need trample in this deck real bad. Fighting in, I guess that's the reason why you play Embercleave, right? All right, so we can make a token. They don't have the ability to block that much on the next turn. They also are still at a pretty high life total. I'm gonna say no blocks for this turn again. We're gonna try to go a little bit more aggro. Hopefully we find removal. Double strike makes things interesting. Why would you tap like that, deck? Okay, Halvar. We need something to stay back as a blocker. Getting another flyer in could be useful though. They just trade off with this one anyway. All right, so let's just equip here. Cancel. Take action, I guess. All right. Yeah, I don't want Halvar to die, so we're gonna leave the token up here to do this. I think getting the chance for double strike with stuff will be better. It's also a decent threat on the ground, so they can make another token. Cool. Do they have double cycling here as well? They're digging for it. Did they find it? Did not find it. All right. Still, we're so far behind now. So at the beginning of combat here, actually, we have a chance to kill one of these tokens, but we also lose Halvar. We get to equip this for free, so we're just going to do it. Just block. Down to 4. Dude, this game is making me angry. Fervent Champion. All right, so we have to have 2 blockers by the end of this. I can have Castle Ardenville. I think we block with the Spirit and the token. So go to combat. We can attach this to something else. Whatever we attach it to has double strike. I mean, they're gonna block whatever anyway, right? So it doesn't actually matter. Yeah, let's just leave it there. Hold back the Spirit. Make a token. Draws and discards 1. I didn't think about them being able to do it on this turn. If they can leave 4 guys up, we're dead. Oh gosh, so dumb. Let's see how they block. All they have to do is chump block Halvar and they're okay. And then attack in with everything else. Yeah, not leaving 4 guys up. That's actually a really good sign. Yeah, they have lethal right now. If they did that, this is giving us a tiny little bit of hope. Oh man, we need a way to get trample. It has Zenith Flare now. I guess that's got to come at some point. Wouldn't mind being able to give something vigilance at some point here. Starting development. Ah, there we go. Yeah, okay, cool. Lame sauce. Just saying, the sauce is super lame. There. Oh, that was brutal. All right, up against Jay Hizzy. Bring it on, Jay Hizzy. And we'll keep this. Let's see here. Do I want to get out Kabir Takedown right away? Just so I can play more things. I guess we have lands now, so we're fine. Let's actually get out the Raptor. Just as a pretty decent blocker against what they're doing. Blood Chief's Thirst. Rude. Mill some over. Also rude. Alright, Clarion Spirit. Throw this out on white mana next turn. We really need more white mana in general, so we can basically splash red for the most part. Unless I draw poorly. Okay, puts one to the bottom. Swings in. Down to 18, mills over. 3 cards in the graveyard. Bone Crushy guy gone. Rude. Alright, Raptor. Alright, so they go to kill this. We will use Kabir Takedown now to kill this, just to make a spirit. Get value out of it while we can. We need to actually start being able to pressure life total though. Like that is an issue. Going wide helps a lot though in this matchup. If we can go wide, having flyers honestly is difficult for them to deal with sometimes. Just because we actually have defenders against their main way of killing. First strike also can be pretty dang great. So let's go showdown on the Scalds. Putting counters onto things that we've got is a good way to go too. Back in. Down to 18, pass the turn. Ruin Crab. So we actually can't play Castle Ardent Embereth untapped. I think I'm just playing Clarion Spirit and Halvar though. Bone Crusher Giant doesn't do a whole lot for us here. It would be nice. I could also Infuriate. I think I'd rather save that up for when we have double strike. So that would mean I would need to play out the Halvar itself though, which means I don't actually have equipment. Yeah, I think we just have to try to hope to find that. I think we go wide instead. So we play Clarion Spirit. Counter here. We play Sword of the Realms. Yeah? Yeah. Vigilance, being able to bring stuff back to hand is nice. Play out the castle. Attack in. Down to 15, pass the turn. Luris. Windrobber. Blocker. Rude. 2 blockers. We do have 8 cards, so they can draw with those. Bummer. That's nice. That lets us actually equip the sword here. So Fairy Guide Mother onto the one thing without flying. We need to put counters onto stuff is the main thing here. So counter there. Counter there. Equip this. You go onto the Clarion Spirit. Having flyers with it could be pretty nice as well, though. You put it here and just have a little bit more stuff to be attacking in with. It is less good ultimately. I'm trying to get them a little bit with the Infuriate. We are going to cast Infuriate this turn on whatever because we also get the +1/+1 counter to put onto something, which is ultimately just the best for us. We get to go wide. We get to start using Castle Embereth, attacking in hardcore. They get to draw 2 cards. Okay, Infuriate. Counter onto, I guess it should be an attacker. Okay. Hit for 10, down to 5. They're going to need that Luris for life gain, which means they might have to actually attack in. Which I'm not sure if we actually want to block then. So you can bring back another Windrobber as a good blocker. Oh, that's right. We have Vigilance here. I can block there. I should have put this onto the Clarion Spirit. I would much rather have this come back to hand. It's a bigger blocker. It just would have been gooder all around. All right, 16 cards in the graveyard. They didn't have another Ruin Crab. I know this deck runs lots of Heartless Axe, and those can't kill too much right now. That's bad. Dude, I hate this card so much. It's so dumb. They just gave him more stuff. So I can equip this easily enough. Showdown of the Scalds. I should have done that differently. I should have just equipped over onto like Battlefield Raptor, Fairy Guide Mother. Actually, I should have gone here because they're trying to hold up the Heartless Act, is my guess. We can still do it, but I don't get the Castle Embereth pump anymore, which I think is what we needed to actually win the game. Is opponent Scoop in here? Are we getting timed out? Dude, you don't have any right to play rogues and time people out. That's just like the ultimate worst thing a human being can do. All right, so I believe that Kabir Takedown wins it for us. More so than anything else, right? Just get rid of one of these guys. I think, yeah, they're scooping anyway. Attack in, don't swing with the Clarion Spirit so they can't get in live. Okay, yeah. That's right, they timed out so they weren't able to block. All right, cool, we got there. Yay, we beat rogues. Thank goodness. All right, up against Cactus Evergreen, and keep this. This is a little bit of a funky hand, actually, but we'll lead off with Castle Embereth, Clarion Spirit, and hopefully be able to cast 2 things on the next turn. We definitely want more white mana, but Showdown of the Scalds is a way that we can get to it. They obviously aren't going to have Bone Crusher Giants, so life's fine, we're good. Got more white mana. We can kill an Edgewall Innkeeper with this Shatterskull Smashing, that's something. Clarion Spirit of their own. You don't say. How badly should I kill this? I think it's better to try to kill the Clarion Spirit, right? Alright, so we're throwing this out on white. And we might have to bolt ourselves for the smashing, but I typically want more white mana in general. I don't want to give that up here. No attacks. I also could bolt it in for Showdown of the Scalds. Could have also just played it tapped here, and that probably would have been a better play. Yeah, okay, that was silly of me. I also, at the same time, though, if we find a red source, like an untapped red land here, it'd be great to play this instead. Yeah, I'm bolting this in. Kill. Before they have the chance to bring it back with Shepherd, which I'm guessing they're playing with Clarion Spirit and everything like that. Swinging with Battlefield Raptor. And do I want to trade off with the Spirit? Sure. Yeah, sure. All right, down to 19. All right, so Naya Adventures. Oh, rude. So very, very rude. No blocks. Take 2, down to 15. Do I want to play down Showdown of the Scalds first? Or do I just want to get rid of the Clarion? I think we just get rid of the Clarion. We really hope they don't have a Shepherd here. Okay, good. We'll hold on to Infuriate. Pass the turn. They can't really attack in very effectively because of both our blockers having first strike. Sentinel. Stompy. Cool. Alright, double showdown is pretty good stuff. Let's go showdown. I guess we don't really need to play too much just yet, right? So we guaranteed to have 2 spells to cast on the next turn. This would give us more to get more counters on the stuff. I think getting counters onto these guys is what ends up winning us the game. I should have thrown that out on red to be able to kill this Bone Crusher Giant. Oopsies. Dude, Jaspera Sentinel is actually really annoying with their the reach. We definitely do need Embercleave in this deck. That's what I've decided. Trample and haste to everything. Tapping Sentinel to do so. Yikes. Yeah, definitely should have kept the Infuriate. We would have been able to kill the Kenrith here. No blocks. Yeah, that was just a misplay. I should have thrown out the mountain. I was thinking, okay, get out our white manas, because I know that's what we need more of in general. So they can also put counters onto things later on. Well, first things first, let's go ahead and Fairy Guide Mother onto Fervent Champion. Counter onto Battlefield Raptor. Play out Fairy Guide Mother. Counter here. These can add any color, so they can actually bring stuff back from the graveyard. So we need to get rid of these guys. Putting all the counters onto the Raptor for blocks. I'm going to attack in with the Champion. The Chomp, cool. Pass the turn. I'm just hoping we can get them with the Kenrith or something here. They can put a lot of counters onto it. You can also give the haste and trample and counters onto lots of things. All right, so block here, block here. Okay, resolve. Crap. Game. Oh, darn it. Good games. All right, so Clarion Aggro ended up having going 3 and 5 altogether with the other games that were there. I also had a scoop out of one that we were for sure going to win because everything started there. So technically we had one more win and one less loss. So it would have been, what is it, 4 and 4. So it would have been 50% with this deck overall. And I just, It needs an Embercleave. It needs a way to give trample. If you're going to go pump and all that kind of stuff. I thought that all the flyers would be evasive enough, but apparently it's not even close to evasive enough. Like everything has flyers right now. Or maybe that's just the matchups I was running up against. So I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video overall. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.